Okay, on to the next one. Continuing with IC6, Fight or Flight. Do not set foot on a battlefield you should not set foot on. Do not run from responsibilities you cannot run from. Okay. So you already have a predetermined card track, and then you can just go here and then there, if you have some more to build. Okay, we have 4 enemies again. Alright. Tiles do not have melee and range restrictions. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, that's nice to hear. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna try out and see how this goes. Let's dive into it. Yeah, we do nothing for now. Yeah. Whoa. Stitch opens his eyes and sees 2 familiar figures. I've got your fresh change of clothes here. Thank you. Also, Croc, drink a little less in the future, to be on the safe side. Sorry. All's well that ends well though, wouldn't you say? No, I still don't see anything well about this. In the meantime, I suppose I will find somewhere to change. With that, the 2 of them notice Stitch has come to. Good morning, Stitch. What happened to me? You still remember how you fainted? I was steering the boat, and then Old Edge came running over, and then... my head. And then the boat went out of control, crashed against the shore, flung the 2 out of you. And how about Mustache? He woke up before you, and he's taking Elysium with him to survey for now. Wait, the gear on the boat. The equipment's all essentially wrecked. As for the surveying gear, we had to coach or make that on the fly. The cutting equipment won't be necessary though. Why? You didn't notice the terrible loud noise ever since you woke up? I've got your flashes, a begrudging glance, at a place 2 not far off. With your prompting, it finally hit Stitch that the persistent racket isn't just nature. Is that a mixture of a change source raw and collapsing rock? Yeah, what in your right mind are you doing? Looks obvious to me. I'm sorting out this cliff face. The boat did put a considerable dent in the caved-in area, but clearing a passage was never going to be that simple. And with our cutting equipment down, I thought we would be waiting for a while, but it turns out... well, seeing is believing. Forget raids, repairs, and surveys. Any bozo can tell this is my strong suit. Gazing all around, Stitch sees numerous fragments of extremely oddly cut rock, as well as a tunnel wide enough to fit 2 side by side. The fine work of Gavial, without a doubt. Well, fast to us. I wish you a wonderful afternoon or evening, and herald is in the stream. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Which is to say, deprived of other cutting equipment, and Gavial opened a way through to the tunnel all by her singular self. Like always. Stitch can't help but begin to suspect that the rumors he heard from the Aqualan tribes, all those legends of the invincible Gavial, were at least partly founded in reality. How are you doing, Bethesdas? Oh, hey, Elysium. How come you're back so soon? Good, you? Yeah, going fine. Enjoying. Did you roll? I mean, I did yesterday. Yesterday I did like 70 pulls, 10 pulls, so to say. And yeah, we will see how many we pull today. So far I haven't pulled yet, except 1 free pull for the start of the stream. What happened? Where's Master Edge? Things have gone a little south, Gavial. Huh? You mean some giant Originium slug showed up? Or what? I heard Province saw something like that in Siesta. If it was just some creature, I would guarantee I would be happy to wisecrack with you right now. Follow me. But I hope we still pull something good today. Why are you asking, Belfastos? After having drilled through the cave-in, everyone enters the tunnel itself. The space inside is more of a cave than a tunnel in reality, both vast and profoundly deep. Man needs Elysium's ego this event. Yeah, man needs an ego check. Yeah, this guy is absolutely weird. Yeah, he really got some question marks on my register. Yeah, I absolutely we are not fond of him so far in this event. Yeah. Nevertheless, Elysium is more than up to the task, and everyone proceeds through smoothly, with him leading the way. So smoothly, in fact, that it piques their curiosities that he could grasp the tunnel's structure in such a short time. There's even suspicion he's been this way before. However, that idea, more a joke than anything, pales in comparison to the hesitance at the sight that greets them where Elysium comes to a halt. It is a vein of orogenium exposed on the surface of the strata. Moreover, anyone with some knowledge of orogenium could easily tell that this vein has been active for a very long time. And activity means explosion. Or put less kindly, disaster. How can this be? Man, I do wonder, how can this be? We would detect the presence of orogenium veins in this direction back in the city's founding times, but it should have been much further out. Oh, seems like they are pretty close now. Is there any chance the earthquake pulled them here? I heard about a few small aftershocks in the wake. The suddenness of this vein definitely matches, after all. It's not impossible. Right, that's it. Chances are that earthquake shifted it right over here. And what's more, it gave it that push, got its activity slowly warming up. And because the domes or orogenium sensor facilities have been down all this time, that's why we only just now found this out. Aye. Such, come now. This isn't your fault. We made this decision as the collective inhabitants of Siretsa. Things just... We haven't gone even a half kilometer from outside, I would wager. If a full vein of active orogenium explodes only that deep in, then Siretsa is out of luck. Yep. Attention all residents of Siretsa. We interrupt this broadcast with an urgent notice. Following the conclusion of our swimming competition prior, Master Edge has taken the initiative in leading a selection of other contestants through the cave-in to survey the tunnel. The results of this survey are not optimistic. Master Edge has discovered an orogenium vein in the tunnel, located approximately 1 kilometer from the city. We tentatively speculate this orogenium vein's existence was known at the time of Siretsa's founding, in a stratum approximately 3 kilometers out. However, a tectonic shift originating in the earthquake half a year ago caused this vein to warp and extend closer to our city, and kick-started its activation in the process. Currently, Master Edge is leading experts to urgently evaluate this orogenium vein's level of activity, and thus determine at what point in the future it will explode. We will provide further updates once accurate conclusions can be drawn. As of now, we ask all residents to be prepared to evacuate. Huh? An active orogenium vein? Going to explode? Where's this coming from? Judging by the broadcast, we never picked it up after the earthquake wrecked the dome. This orogenium sensor functions never got fixed since. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I've heard Master Edge make mention of the sort. Well, nothing to do about it now, such as it is. Don't you feel as though it was a poor decision to build the Great Aqua Pit? What for? It's an outcome we are willing to take. True, that. We've never rejected any of the naysay from Master Edge. He warned us as much as when we decided to build this Great Aqua Pit instead of repairing that hole in the dome. And we only made that decision once we understood and accepted the potential danger. All it is now is taking responsibility for the outcome of our choice. So it is, Surface Dweller. You don't need to give us any pity. Think about it this way, we've spent a good long summer at least, haven't we? I completely agree. Though evacuating, haven't decided what I'm going to leave behind, have you? I'm nothing like you are. If you ask me right now, my house here is my most wanted and most satisfying design yet. That's fair. I hope that our genium vein's not going off too easily. I still need to think a little. How about we go for a drink for now? Somewhat calm meat. Not my poison, I would rather be having a number 7 whiskey. We're taking turns to all be buffoons, barely smarter than the Acrosaria above them. Seems that was hardly the case. Yep. Some are just more than meets the eye. What's the outlook, Master Edge? We will need a little more time to be sure, but based on my experience, it will go off within a month. A month. Then we should lay the railway while we have the chance and arrange to evacuate the residents through the tunnel. Not a chance. Not enough time. Much more feasible if we dig a temporary shelter deeper in. You're all aware the dome might be able to suppress some of the vein's explosive force, should it go off. But the real issue is the originium dust gathering afterwards. Once it happens, the dust will fill this entire space and all of us will be affected by it. You have to repair the railway despite any danger at this point, and then we clear any obstructions and have everyone take refuge in Otsimuga. Otsimuga, holy shit. But the tunnel's already wall to wall with originium now. It will be a nightmare to pass through safely. Syratsa's home to hundreds of thousands. This makes no sense, but okay. Do you not understand how much time it would take to feed them carefully through the tunnel? It's 2 by 2 at most in there, you realize that? Hey, cool the quibbling. Gavial, I will get to you in a moment. Master Edge, do you honestly have a better plan? I believe we should begin immediately digging away from the originium vein. We dig a small-scale shelter, big enough to hold everyone, then we seal off the way to it. It's just a question of digging deep enough. It would be a harrowing feat to construct a shelter for hundreds of thousands in this short time. Even with all the technology Syratsa has. And besides, there's hundreds of thousands of lives to support. What do you propose there? And you think waltzing through the tunnel solves that? At least there will be a leeway to begin to do so, provided we pass the most dangerous part of the vein. But if we stay in a temporary shelter, then consider what happens once the originium sets off our singular passage to any other city. We'll have nothing to look forward to but a drawn-out death. I can see your point there, but I still believe, of course, I understand the risk in my argument, but it's the least worst option we have now. You know, I've told you. If it's not important, can you hold your peace for now, Gavial? Don't really want to disturb you guys either, but seeing as the tunnel is blocked, only option left is to fix the super convenient liftomatic. Number 1. To me, we mentioned bring all the Durans to the surface and let them live with our tribes for a while, right? I mean, anything wrong with that idea? You guys have been arguing about this forever. We had for the surface. Yeah. Ah, guys, did you never consider that before? No. Who knows surface dwellers? You only care about what is under the surface. There is no up, it's just here, this level, or deeper, not up. Oh, I love this music, fuck. Oh man, okay, funny some gameplay, okay. Alright, let's see. Let's try this. Lapland in the middle would have been probably a good idea, but whatever. Okay, I definitely need something now for the bottom lane here. And pulling them together. Then we go with perfuming here, as that will be the front line. They just can't even go there. Okay, that's good. That's really funny. Full metal surfing instructor. A robot surfing instructor that can take the wind and waves, can stop sniff-throwing cards, take significantly reduced physical arts damage when not blocked. Oh boy, what a tank. Okay. Then that means I, for one... Let's see, let me think. Nah, let's do it like this. And... Ah, come on, let's just try it out. Pazemka, let's go. Come on. And let's put them together. Oh, he could escape. Interesting. Alright. Then I guess we go... Let's just place one here. This should take care of everything. Yeah, easy frontline, just like that. Yeah. Just a fair game. Nothing special about it or any little tricks. Don't even need the cards, but yeah, you can use them if you want. Yep. Pretty easy. It's a very leeway stage. No difficulty at all. Or maybe I would need to see, maybe I should have, yeah, maybe there's this, yeah, there probably is a reward for it. There's probably a special mission, a special task. We're gonna look after this. Head for the surface. The Durans have never been to the surface before. Then Stitch, and are people who brought out of the library books back from overground? And look, nothing in the rulebook says you can't, right? I mean, listen to you guys. The tunnel's too dangerous, and your shelter's gonna take too long. So, you head up top, take refuge in Aquala for a while? That's the best plan to me. The lift could hardly hold so many. What? I really want to refute you, but... Your group missed it during your time in Zeratza, but trains are by far the most common means of transport in Duran society. Though lifts are convenient for vertical movement. Duran cities aren't nomadic, so they face the risk of destruction from the moment they are built. Lifts that can only move vertically have far less use to them than trains do. Moreover, Duran explorers have calculated that Duran cities often lie 1,000 to 1,500 meters below the surface. Hardly any cities exist outside of that range. Which is to say, Durans probe the underground in horizontals. It's rare for there to be one city just 100, maybe 200 meters below another. So what does this have to do with the lift? I know explaining this to you is a waste of time, but I have to show responsibility for others here. What? All you're trying to tell me is trains are more Duran handy, yeah? I suppose so. And given that, what purpose would a lift then have for existing? I get it. It's for resources, isn't it? I don't claim to know why the Durans tend to expand their cities horizontally. Some kind of ingrained habit, I guess. But forget that. It doesn't mean they scout out resources horizontally as well, right? I thought you were playing the braggart when you claimed you will be in places. I can definitely see your prowess now. Wowie! Gavial, check it. Even Miss Avdotia here seems my worth better than you do. Shut up, dude. Get real. Touch some grass. How about it? Not dead grass, but yada. Big whoop. Don't care. Miss Avdotia, next time you get into an argument with Gavial, I'm on your side. I'll be fine, thank you. Anyhow, you're correct. The Durans are filled with a passion for probing underground, especially for minerals. In addition, city planning requires the joint decisions of many, while digging is something each Duran is free to commit at their leisure. Consequently, they often end up digging several hundred meters above or below their cities, out of sheer unawareness. The fuck? In fact, quite a number of Duran historians believe the first Duran lift was only designed when an industrial representative discovered a vein in the roof of their very own city, that it would be most convenient to dig straight to it. However, following an unchecked surge of Duran interest in the surface, such lifts have often been used as shortcuts to the overground. Huh. So you're saying Durans mainly use it to shift ore, and sometimes there's a little scams like Stitch hitching a ride on them to have some surface fun. I've told you I'm about the same age as you, Gavial. Aha, sure. So, I mean, I get all that, but I still don't understand what you're getting at. Miss Avdotya's trying to say that since Duran lifts are mostly designed for industry, they are real, sturdy stuff. To Mimi and me, she noticed that when we came down, the lift could hold a few of those people, no sweet. So Gabriel, your suggestion is pretty feasible. Right, Mustache? Here. I can confirm the super convenient Liftomatic number 1 was designed after a vote, which came after some numbskull with nothing to do found a vein up above. But then we found a vein even closer, so the thing went by the wayside. Oh, the tracks. I hear that one cave got mined clean. You think it was Uteran guys who dug the entire cave out in the first place? That I couldn't say. It's possible. In addition, to cope with potential future situations, the Durans would have naturally dug out more space by planning the lift for ease of future enlargement. Which means if we are going to make the most reasonable use of our remaining time, enlarging the lifts and getting the Durans to the surface is definitely the way to go. Oh, you could have just said that then. If you only know what to do, and not why you're doing it, then you will run into setbacks someday. Yeah, I know that. But I'm a doctor, I've thought you. And look, you know it deep down, don't you? How could I ever not trust you? But didn't anyone tell me we were getting along so well? In my opinion, we are already best buds. Long and short of it is, I approve of Gavial's suggestion. You can hammer out the remaining details. I will be continuing the survey. I will help you out, Mustache. My arts can transmit info. If you turn up any results, I can notify everyone first thing. Aye. Oh yeah, I forgot. Miss Avdotya, I understand you are against returning to the surface, and your own experiences inform that. But you're one of Zaretza's driving citizens, too. Your opinions swing things. And you're an honorable person on top of that. Now's not the time for it, and you get that, don't you? Alright, everyone. Rustle us up a happy plan. What the fuck? I will help Mustache too. No point in tossing around landmark designs now. Huh? Not like there's anything you can do in there, right? Cannot be concerned for my own city. Oh sure, knock yourself out. So after you're still against it. If this is the best method, we have to save the people of Zaretza, then my small contrarianism hardly amounts to anything. However, Gavial, you're very strong, stronger even than most other soldiers I've met. But this isn't a problem you can solve with just strength. Have you thought about how we are dealing with hundreds of thousands of Durans here? If hundreds of thousands of people showed up out of nowhere in the region of Sagan, do you know how terrifying that would be? This isn't something you can solve just by telling us your rainforest is big enough. How will the region's Lord Amir react? And how will Sagan as a nation react? They're going to the surface because they believe in you, but if the reality awaiting them is crueler still, do you still have the courage to say that no other way will work? Ooh, hot. Hot. Yeah. Shit. Oh, damn it. Gavial, you would be the most fitting Lord Amir for a koala. You're the only one who can reign in each and every Tiakao. Everyone is awaiting your return. And if you simply cannot do it, then it's ultimately likely that the Lord Emir from the court of Sagan will come to govern Aquila instead. When that happens, Aquila will no longer be the free land you knew. Gavial swallows a saliva of hesitation. She realizes the choice is now facing her, waiting. She didn't even notice that it came. No, she's not unwilling to assume this duty, far from it. Not even on her vagrant trails, not even in her days on end at Rhodes Island, did she ever forget Aquila and her people. However, neither has she forgotten the decision she made when she resolved to leave Aquila in the first place. She was going to study medicine. She was going to save the Hypergryph sufferers. Those two choices she made were the right ones. And they were what she wanted. That's how simple it was. That's why she's never found it this hard to choose. So it seems it's crossed your mind. You're not that much of a simpleton. So Gavial, if you truly can settle this problem, then I would be willing to even persuade the Durance for you. What is your answer? But just as Avdotya says, if this is the only way to save Zeretsa, if her becoming the Lord Emir would solve this problem, this is the price she must pay to abide by her own ideals. Then in that case, I will be Aquila's Lord Emir and I will be the responsibility for this. Tamimi? Whoops. Oh boy. Zeretsa's going to be destroyed. That's a seriously unfunny joke. Stitch lifts his head and lifts his gaze to the norm. He'd been avoiding repairing it all along, avoiding redesigning the thing, perhaps. He would always assumed he would still have time. Only now does he realize he's out. It's gone. He has time no longer. Teacher seems my hope of passing you is behind me. Stitch jumps aboard a small boat and sails it for the other shore. He has to find somewhere to calm down. Tamimi, what are you doing here? We are bringing Master Ash's equipment and workers over and came to see how it was going while we were here. Looks like we are alright to do it. You too as well. Hold on. So, Tamimi, have you ever actually seriously considered what you just said? Of course I have. Aquila's always been without a lot of me and Miss Avdotya. It's just like you said, if other students went to the surface, they would draw the attention of the Sargon government for sure. So before that happens, I'll be the Sargon Lord Emir to govern the Aquila region and make all of this smooth and simple. No Lord Emir, even then becoming Lord Emir isn't. The star status of Sargon's government posted Aquila messenger and scout. If I assist, then provided Aquilas comes to have a Lord Emir before drawing government attention, this incident can be wholly suppressed. That should ease some of her concern, correct? But to me, it's alright. This way you don't need to go to any trouble, Gavial. I mean, yeah, but no pressure, Gavial. To me, it's volunteering to do it, and if she doesn't, then I can do it too. What the fuck? This is mama. Yeah. Are you scared? You think you made a mistake? I don't. I just have this weird feeling. Let me think up a way to describe it. Yeah, okay. It's like I've got this giant boulder in front of me right now. And I'm thinking I have to use up so much of my strength just to break it. Once I give it a shot, something tells me, wow, you can break this thing so easily. But it's like, why, even though it's so big? Gavial, how's the axe I made you? Handy? Yeah, honestly, even more handy than I thought. I like it a lot. I sat for days straight making it for you, and the materials are all the best I could get too. What? Come on, you should have said so soon. I'm embarrassing myself here. I'm telling you because I want you to understand. I don't need you to thank me for making these things for you. Because Gavial is Gavial. The fuck? What the hell does that mean? Something very simple. Your fists are bigger than you think, Gavial. Because you have me. And me. And the Rhodes Islanders. And all the people you've saved. And everyone in Arkoala too. Because in the end, you're right, Gabriel. Ultimately, Outer Skies you beat into submission are willing to recognize you because you realize that at the end you're right. Gabriel, you believe in the right things. You've never gone wrong. We'll believe in you, Gabriel. So our fists are your fists. And you can keep on believing in your fists. All you've got to do is charge ahead, Gabriel, and we will help you out. You guys. Oh, but Zumama, next time you make equipment for Gabriel, I want to help too. I can do it myself. No, it's unfair only having his mama charm. I want to draw on my dream catcher and gave it Milmark and yeah. No can do to me, that's too much. I only draw 3. If you don't let me draw anything, your tail will turn fake. Ah yeah, no putting curls on my tail. Oh god, now they're back to the tails. Gabriel, please don't bonk my head. Ah yeah. Sitting by Avdotya, Enum can sense that the slippery woman to her side is having a somewhat hard time believing her eyes. But to herself, it's a trivial, banal thing. She lets a small sigh. She knows that finally she's come to a decision too. On that note, I have a better proposal. Enum, I serve as Aquilus Lordamir. Ha. I've hung around with you as a government messenger for all these years. I have the right to stand for Lordamir. I just didn't want to before, that's all. Seeing as you would have to force me back from this island, whereas I've been in Aquilus the whole time, I would make it tidier, fit for Lordamir, wouldn't I? And I imagine that better assuages your concerns, Avdotya. Yes, it does, but I have to say, you people really boggle my mind. Dear, no, we are just a couple of fools living in the rainforest. Enum, are you really sure about this? Well, this way you won't need to leave Gavial, will you? I have this feeling we'll be fine friends, won't we? Of course we will. If you insist, then hang it right on ahead. Now I see, it's a sign. You've definitely persuaded me. I will make good on my commitment. Raberi, moin moin, guten Abend. Wie geht's, wie steht's? Herzlich willkommen zu Arknights. Ich hoffe, du hast einen schönen Dienstag bisher. Ja, bisschen Story lesen, Storytime. Bisschen Tee trinken, versuchen meinen Hals nicht sterben zu lassen. Und ja, einfach ein bisschen Story genießen. 6 Stunden Heu-MP? Rabbi, das müssen wir mal erklären. However, Gabriel, don't get carried away yet. An entire city's worth of people are headed to the surface. There's no precedent for something like this in all of Duran history. It's something the entire city has to decide on, and if the people ultimately dissent, then we're out of luck. Hearts of Iron Multiplayer. 6 Stunden? Echt? Ist das Monopoly? Ist das ein rundenbasiertes Game oder ist das sowas wie Risiko? Spielst du Hearts of Iron wie Risiko oder? 6 Stunden. Weird. Which is exactly why we need you to talk. Talk him over. Not to worry. I made you my promise. I will do all I can. Haha, thanks. And the breath? Honestly, I should be thanking you on behalf of all of Zeratza. Huh? What did you say? I said I need to return and make some preparations. Alright, I will. Are you able to draft my speech for me? Yeah, no. Did I suggest you do something that plays to your strength? If I do need your help at any point, I will let you know. Nee, ist ein Strategiespiel mit Setting im Zweiten Weltkrieg. Man nimmt ein Land und spielt jetzt das. Ja, aber ist das ein Risiko-like oder spielst du... Also es gab doch noch so ein anderes Spiel. Ich weiß es gerade nicht mehr. Ist das wie Age of Empire? Also nicht so wie Age of Empire. Ne? Oder doch? Gotcha. Alright, Enum. We've gotta get you and Mama back to the surface. That evac the elderly and children to some place around Aquala. Next. Task force with the working alerts to large lifts, right? You got it. No problem. What about me, Gavial? You stay by my side, Tomimi. I thought you had good on assistance, so let's go see if you can help Master Edge out with anything. When the Age of Empires gespielt. Oh, lol. Alright, excuse us. Come to think of it, Mama. I know this isn't too realistic, but I'm supposing we can't return the way you and Gavial originally came. Yep, that's not quite happening. And we'll need someone to show the way. The cave's networks considerably complex above the network. I haven't forgotten as much for a single second. Ich meine, ich habe Hearts of Iron schon mal gesehen, glaube ich, bei Hand of Blood, aber ich bin mir gerade nicht mehr sicher, wie genau du da 6 Stunden spielen sollst. Das meine ich. Jo, Rabari, gönn dir was. Viel Spaß mit der Story. Danke für den Lurk. Stitch could work. Since he brought us down, Elysium too, he might even find a way better than Stitch did. No need. Seeing as we still have time, you come with me. Huh? I'll be honest, luck played an enormous part in Stitch emerging from such a complex network alive. And Elysium's helping Master Edge out, so let's let him be here. You mean to say, you know the way? The likelihood is nobody modern day Saratsa does. But you know that they're an adventurers, filled with the spirit of exploration. Each time they finish a foray, they are always happy to record everything they've seen and hear in books, so they can share with their companions. And in the library I once read such an adventurer's log, which finally detailed how he went through the cave network above the lift, and made it to the surface. And while I don't know where he said adventurer is now, you must consider it enough to leave behind a map. Lol. She got a map. Just like that. Easy. Okay. Well, it's IC 6, and just for the checkup. Yeah, clear IC here. Freeze the rating and launch 10 or more self-draining cards. That's what you need to do. Yep, I knew it. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do now. Alright, let's do this again. Let's see if we can optimize this a bit. This time... No, there's not much optimizing, just need to use more cards. Okay. Let's place Flametail. Oh, the music always gets me. Canterbury. Gavial. Yep. Then we go for Horn.
I will complete my assignment.
Then Lapland. Okay, now I need to start already with the cards. 1. 2.
I'll impart on you all the cries I've heard.
3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, that should be it.
Mission accomplished.
Alright.
Target has been suppressed.
Nice. And this should be how you get this one. Awesome. Okay.
ガビルに無理やり連れてこられた新参オペレーターのミニマリストっす。これが移動幹線か。天才からの避難は地下にいる奴らより楽になりそうだ。あいつら毎日能天気に飲み倒すことしか知らない。なんで殴るんだよガビル。
Ah, yeah. You're still ass. Alright. That's the part for IC6. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.